Tonight, we're learning more about a possible contamination of Butte's water supply. And right now, residents and businesses south of Front Street are asked not to consume or use city water. NBC Montana's Josh Margolis brings us the very latest from today's press conference.
Butte officials and Montana Resources met with the public Thursday after a cross-connection was found between water used for mining and the city's supply.
The connection was through a fire hydrant. It was definitely a connection made by Montana Resources, not by Butte Silverbow. It's one of those things that should never happen, but it did. We immediately, disconnected that cross connection and notified Butte Silverbow.
The city and DEQ issued a do not consume order out of caution. Montana Resources says some contaminated water entered the system, but it's unclear if it reached beyond mine property. They plan to install backflow prevention equipment and cover many of the costs,
so that there will be a physical barrier preventing this from ever happening again. So we know that this is a huge inconvenience to this community, and we sincerely apologize for that.
MR officials say the water shows high levels of calcium and sulfate.
The concern in drinking water supply for calcium is, developing scale on your water fixtures. Sulfate is a secondary drinking water standard, and the human health concern for sulfate is that if you're not used to drinking high sulfate water, it can have a laxative effect.
Butte officials say tests so far show nothing out of the ordinary, but final results from a Helena lab are expected later today.
They know the urgency of trying to get this non-consumption order lifted, so they're working with us, and I'm sure we'll get expedited results.
The appropriate reaction was probably going to end up being an overreaction, in hindsight, but that's the course of action to take until you know what the outcome's going to be.
Free water is available for the public to pick up behind me at Montana Resources on Shields Avenue and also at the Civic Center on Harrison Avenue. And numerous businesses have also stepped up to offer free water. Reporting here in Butte, Josh Margolis, NBC, Montana.
Anyone with questions or concerns is asked to call the number on your screen, 406-497-6440. Stay tuned to NBC Montana for continued updates on this developing situation.